How's it going, Motor City Miner here, coming at you with another update on my farm and what I've been mining. And yes, I have been mining GamePass, but I was mostly mining it prior to this skyrocketing boom that we have currently seen. And well, that kind of gets me into the topic of discussion for today. For a brief moment, I made over $2,500 in only 10 days of mining on a pretty, I'll say like a third of my farm. So, um, as you can see, here's my farm right now. Not everything's operating still. I don't have all my GPUs up. I'm running about 171 GPUs right now. I do have about 220. So not everything's up and running, but you can see that I do have about 1.8 gigahash on GamePass network. So that is kind of what I have been mining with a lot of my AMD recently. What I have been doing during this bear market is with my AMD cards is mostly just rotating through the Kapow coins. And sure enough, about 2.5 weeks ago, it was Game Pass's turn. I'm not mining every Kapow coin, just ones that I think have potential for whether it's memeability and skyrocketing price or actually a good use case. So I already have a pretty large Neoxa bag and Meowcoin and a few others, and it was time for Game Pass. And so that kind of gets me into what was going on. So I started mining Game Pass right about here on the 25th of July. Now, on the 25th of July, I did try a bunch of pools, and as you'll see, there aren't really that many American pools, or ones that are typically here. I did try, our plant, a typical that has servers everywhere, but my ping to them has always been horrible, and I really like to decentralize the network as much as possible, so I try to avoid using them. But yeah, all these other ones, like, I just had absolutely horrid ping to, other than Echopool, and I'm just not a big fan of them. So I actually reached out to Mr. Bartman himself. He runs an awesome pool, or has in the past, for a lot of Kapow coins. I used his pools back in the day for Neoxa, and also for Sato X, and for Meowcoin. So I reached out to him on the 24th because I noticed his pool was no longer active. It's the Kapow Digital currently in here. This name should be changing. He has since changed it, but it still in the API shows up as Kapow Digital. But I noticed it was down at the bottom, and API error hadn't been seen in like forever. So I reached out to him being like, hey, I got like 1.7, 1.8 gigahash of Kapow that I'm looking to put on Game Pass. I liked your pools in the past, and essentially, just reached out blind, hoping he'd spin it back up for me. He gets some, exposure and shows up back in here. And obviously any fees and whatnot, and except he has 0% fee right now, so awesome. If you are looking to mine some of the Kapow coins, check out Kapow Digital. He has a couple coins active right now, and 0% fee. So check him out for sure. Link down below. But yeah, really good guy. I was just looking for, like I said, a good connection, and I've had good connection to his servers in the past. So he spun it back up for me. And we've been going strong ever since. You can kind of see our pool here. So we have found 889 blocks since that 25th. They are not all mined. We have had varying amounts of pool miners over the days, especially with the recent pump. Right now it's a little slow with just 2, but it's been it's kind of been all over the place. But we're consistently finding blocks, so you will get consistent payouts. So definitely highly recommend, especially for any American miners looking to do Game Pass or a few other Kapow coins, just because it should have pretty good ping. He also does have his own Discord as well, so I will put an invite link down below. You can see Game Pass. Again, the whole name changed, so it's no longer Kapow Digital. It's now Mining Crypto Online, but it just has not been updated in mining pool stats. But yeah, definitely been working well. Haven't had any issues. And that 0% fee is awesome right now. So thank you, Mr. Bartman. So that kind of gets me into, again, this was the 25th. So on the 25th of July, again, I was just rotating to it with zero expectations. It's just like, oh, I'll build my bag, whatever. Like, it's the next Kapow coin that I wanted to get a decent bag for. And you can see, well, the price was pretty suppressed, 0.0004, and it just kind of hovered around there for quite some time. Even went down to 0.003, which is when I got most of my coins, during that time. As you can see, the hash rate was pretty much nowhere. I mean, I accounted for like one of every 15 blocks on the network, essentially, maybe one of every 12. So definitely got some massive rewards in this short time frame, right until about here on the 3rd of August. So looking over at my address, you can see this is when I started, July 25th, and then just all kinds of rewards, and we got up to a balance of about, so the price increase and sudden hash rate and difficulty increase happened kind of around the 5th. So I was right around 700,000 Game Pass tokens in about 11 days or so. So like right around a week and a half. And well, I don't know what happened. I mean, yes, a lot of proof of work coins went up, but not many went up this much. I mean, it was like, an just astronomical amount to go from 0.00029, maybe even lower at some points, 2.6 there, up to, we hit a max of like 0.0037 or so. Yeah, there we go. So that's just like an absolutely monster amount. That's like what? Let's do some math here. So that's going to be 0.0037 divided by 0.000, what do we say? Like 2, I think the low, we'll just put 3, that's fine. That's about what it averaged. So that's like a over 12x price increase. And again, so I got 700,000 in like an 11-day span, and all of a sudden, which when I originally mined it, if we use my average, so I had 700,000 times that by 0.00, the value when I mined it, in those 11 days at the time, if I had sold it the day I mined it each time, I would have made like $200. But again, during this bear market, not financial advice, I've been mining and hodling, with anticipation that things would, for future price appreciation. I did not expect to have this kind of appreciation that fast. But yeah, so $210. And if I do the same thing again, so if we do our 700,000 times that by 0.00, and our high was 3.7, that's $2,590, which is just absolutely insane for 10, 11 days of mining. Not for like a third of my farm, in retrospect. So, so that's the story essentially of how I earned, $2,500 in 11 days mining Game Pass token. Sorry, not Game Pass token, Game Pass network. And yeah, so what's going on lately? I mean, it's obviously come down. I mean, that was completely unsustainable. Again, no idea really what instigated this token to go up this much compared to the rest of the market. All the proof of work coins kind of shot up over that weekend, around the 5th. But most of them were not up, 12x. Most of them were, up 2x or something like that, not 12x. So absolutely insane price appreciation here. It has come down significantly. We're already down more than half from that peak there, as you can see over on the right of the screen. I actually fully expect this to go back down to probably what it was. And the hash rate has been coming down as well. After that, I mean, again, I was mining this and we were like averaging, what was this saying, like 29 gigahash, 30, so on. And then it hit a high of like almost 200, which just completely killed my rewards. So profitability went down significantly, but my retroactive profit is still pretty good even at the current value. But yeah, it definitely slowed down considerably. I really have only gone up about, what is that, like 120,000 since the 5th of August. So that's been another 5 days. So that's significantly slower than the 700,000 I got in 11 days. Again, this is a longer play for me. I'm just packing my bags. Not financial advice, but again, I've just been rotating my farm through the Kapow coins when it comes to my AMD rigs. So I've consistently had about 1.8 gigahash on Kapow for my farm, and just kind of rotating the various Kapow coins. I really like running Kapow on my AMD just because they tend to run a lot cooler than the NVIDIA's. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Again, I have high hopes for Game Pass Network in the future. I did not expect this soon after just starting mining it. That was just dumb luck, to be honest. I did not know anything was going on. Don't have any insider knowledge or anything. Not really active in their server or anything. So again, no idea what instigated this. It was just a cool ride. I spent electricity to get $210 in tokens, and then suddenly that $210 in coins was, worth like $2,500 for a brief moment. So if you do decide to, mine Game Pass, definitely check out Mr. Bartman's pools. Another thing on this front, so he is this Kapow Digital still here, and it will link to the new URL. I'll put the new URL down below. But he actually now also owns this GamePass .network. Whoever this was, didn't want to run the pool anymore, so sold the rights to it. So eventually these two pools will be merged at the new URL. Like this one will redirect to it. So that's incoming, which should help, further like make this pool a larger majority, and we get more blocks and so on and so forth. So looking forward to that. Again, spread that hash rate out, as one of my fellow YouTubers would say, for the greater good. So definitely don't like seeing this 80% on our plant. It was actually honestly a little more evenly distributed before this giant spike, but this giant spike in hash rate pretty much all went to our plant. Unfortunately, as you can see, like looking at these, yeah, more mining for people went up a little bit, and there's been spikes here on the Zerg pool and Z pool. But yeah, for the most part, really all the new hash rate, because of the current price appreciation, has gone to our plant. So spread that hash rate out. Check out my man Bartman's pools at Kapow Digital, or also known as miningcrypto.online. He does have it for a few other Kapow coins too, so definitely check those pools out. So yeah, don't know where this coin's going to go from here. Probably only down, but we're still in the bear market here in my mind until, the Bitcoin halving. So don't really know what to expect. Again, I'm just going to keep on mining. Hopefully you found this content interesting. If you were looking to mine Game Pass or any of the Kapow coins, like I said, check out the Kapow Digital pools. I just got lucky here, and hopefully it continues that way into the next bull run, but you never know. Not financial advice, but what I've been doing is just mining and hodling and building my bags, so hopefully someday it all pays off in retrospect. So again, like, subscribe, comment down below, and good luck to y'all if you choose to mine any of the Kapow coins with your GPUs. Until next time.